Hey guys, welcome back. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the new 5-star Saber on JP. We have the long-awaited Passionlip Summer. Look at her. Look at how cute she is. Her big old face, her huge hands, her massive fucking personality. I love her to death. She's so cute. Do you think these balls are squishy? I've already seen what her Ascensions look like. I have one of these in particular that I am really looking forward to. Let's take a look. This is the one that was revealed in OC3. She looks super cute. She's got big ol' monster hands, and they're really fun. I like her little fanny pack that she can't fit over her arms. I like that it's kind of tastefully covering the cleavage. She has very cute aesthetic here. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of how the lips have been done. Ironic given that it's called Passionlip, but I think other than that, she is super cute. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to linger on this one too much because we have seen it before. I will say that when you do summon her, her first reaction is to start crying, and it is actually very adorable. God, she's so baby. All right, second Ascension. She's a ballerina now. And also there's a penguin back there. And yeah, this one, I've seen the sprite art for it. Her hands are giant crystals. This leotard that she's got is very cheerleader coded, which makes me think that she and Ibuki are going to get along pretty well, which is ironic because depending on how, looking at her skills over here, she may be an Ibuki Saber replacement, but we'll have to see. That is a Leviathan streamer. You're right, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, she looks really cute. Her expression is really cute. And again, I don't know. The way how the lips are drawn here versus how they're drawn here, I much prefer this look, but I don't know. That's a matter of preference. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, she's a gymnast. I'm so happy she actually got her summer form, which means that there's only one left. We need KP next year. Kazura Drop doesn't need one because she already has a summary Ascension in her second Ascension. We need KP to get a summer outfit. I don't know how they're going to logic that out. I just want to see it. I just want to see how they figure that out. Anyway, this looks adorable. I love her. Get ready for my favorite one, though. This is the one that when I first saw it, I dubbed the Iron Maiden. Just take it in for a sec. How Wada has drawn this is so insane. It's so good, dude. It's so good. In the sprite art, she is still sitting down like this. I've not seen her in combat, so I don't know how the functionality of that is. But the full metal outfit is so fucking good. I like that she has nail polish attachments to her fingers like this. I like that it's supposed to give off the impression of lace, but it's all made of metal. Her expression is super good. She's got the metal doily in her hair. Yeah, she has different hands in each of her Ascensions, which is low-key kind of fire. It's so... I wonder if she has different NP animations as well. It would make sense if this one and this one did the same NP animation. I could see them doing something different for this one. We'll have to see. And final Ascension. Somebody in the comments of the stream when I was first doing this said something along the lines of her back must hurt, which, you know what? They're right. It must hurt, but it's not because of what you think it is. It's because both of her hands weigh functionally 1 ton. Oh, great heavens. If you think her back hurts because of her boobs, wait till you see her fumpkin hands. Yeah, she looks so unbelievably baby. Great googly moogly. I cannot wait for there to be discourse about this. I'm so excited for there to be discourse about this because it's going to be a bunch of people who don't know what Passionlip's deal is, being what's her problem? Is she's supposed to look okay, if you want to get mad at I don't know, Raiko, I personally like Raiko's design. I can understand you being that's the proportions on that are all wrong. Sure, Passionlip was meant to look over the top. She was always meant to be insane with her design like this, and that's a big part of her personality and her whole deal. So you can easily spot a Fate tourist by how they will address the summer Passionlip. Well, yeah, she's supposed to be a monster girl. She's supposed to be way over the top with her design like that. It's a part of her story why she's like that. Let's take a look at what she does, shall we? She is a 5-star Saber. She has 14,392 HP, 11,782 attack. Okay. It borders on more supporty, but she's got some pretty big assets, so I guess it makes sense that she's got big HP. It is a 4-hit Buster, 4-hit Art, 5-hit Quick, 5-hit Extra. Okay, not bad. Alrighty. She has a 3-turn taunt. Oh, wow. 3-turn taunt. And whenever she's attacked, get attack up for 3 turns. Apply... This is... Okay, I can read the Japanese. This is damage absorption. So she absorbs damage. She just absorbs 10 or 1,000 damage whenever she's attacked. I don't... Okay, that's a new keyword. I don't necessarily know how that works. I would assume like if she's being hit by something, yeah, she's got a cushion. It seems like she's got a cushion. And then also it charges 20% NP for the party, except for herself. It converts damage into health. It does fucking what? Reactive damage, gain HP. Okay. Well, I think we just found the best stall Saber. So she can just, for every little attack, she can just restore her HP back. If you give her enough defense, she's functionally immortal then, and she can heal herself back up. It's a better damage cut, or it's better. It's better because she heals. Oh wow, there's a lot of practical application for that in bossing. That's kind of insane. Okay. Okay, that's an insane skill. 7-turn cooldown. Oh, okay, but this is only for 1 turn. Gotcha. This is only for a singular turn, so it's not the most consistent thing. But also, you know, you're probably gonna proc her guts on a turn when you want her to get hit anyway, so this just helps her survive even better. That's really fucking good. Okay. And also, this only happens 5 times. So she can get up to 50% attack up for 3 turns. And we do have cooldown reduction skills, and looking at her kit, which is the Berserker kit, she's probably got a Buster NP. And I believe she's single target. She might be a crazy bosser. Okay, second skill. Buster up for 3 turns by 30%. Ignore defense. That's another one like that. Oof, goddamn. Okay. Trigger skill after attack that triggers. 70% chance to apply stun to an enemy. It's a 1-time 3 turns. Okay. And then 50% battery for self. Okay. So this is her steroid. Gives her ignore defense. And then she has the potential to stun somebody when normal attacking 1 time. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty decent. 70% so far. Yeah, I mean, that's still good. And then this one still has not been translated. So forgive me, I'm going to attempt to translate this myself. If this is not fully accurate, I apologize, but we're working with what we got here, fellas. Oh, hold on, somebody's got me. Third skill, Princess Oda EX. Select one of your allies, and the effect changes depending on the target you select. When the target is other than yourself, give the target a Prince on a White Horse state for 3 turns. What the fuck are you talking about? A special critical power increase state for 3 turns, a star gain state every turn for 3 turns, increased own star concentration for 3 turns, a defensive advantage. So when you target somebody else, this is a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card, good god. When you target somebody else, they get Prince on a White Horse. They get a special crit damage up, star gain every turn for 3 turns, increased star collection for 3 turns, defensive advantage against the 7 knight classes. Okay, so anti-main classes, and then a star bomb. When the target is you get Princess of Courage status, NP gain status for 3 turns, and a gut status 1 time 3 turns. Instant death resistance. Second part is too long. And it increases NP. It's a special NP damage up. That skill seems insane. I'm gonna need to see the numbers to know how insane, but what it sounds like is if you give it to somebody else, they become a critting monster. And if you give it to yourself, you just become like a hyper tank. is kind of how I'm understanding that. Or not a hyper tank. You become like an NPing monster. NP damage for yourself and instant death resistance, as well as some protection if you use it on yourself, and if you give it to somebody else, they're going to do a bunch of critical damage. But until we see the numbers, I can't really fairly evaluate that, but it sounds really good. All right, NP time. Single target buster. Yep. Remove effects of okay. Okay. We are off to a crazy start. Buff removal on a single target NP. Deal damage. Deal additional damage against giants. 60% chance to apply death on one enemy. Simple. 7 hits. That crazy buff. Holy shit. Crazy shit. And also just, bust her up on overcharge. That is a very good NP. Again, it's very simple, but buff removal followed by big ass hit along with all of the shit that she's already doing. Oh, she might just be like the boss killer. Passives. Magic resist. Okay. Critical damage up by 6%. Critical damage up by another 6%. She's got presence concealment? How? Fucking how? Presence concealment C. Sure, I guess. Okay, do you know what the alternative sound that she makes is? There you go, animators, there's your project. Can somebody draw her skedaddling like Mr. Crab? She like walks around like one of the hand things in Elden Ring. Shout out to High Servants. Still don't know what the fuck they do. Gymnast? Ballet. Okay, sure, yeah. Make 2 stars every turn, critical damage. Okay, hold on. We need to count this. This is important. This is actually important because this is stacking pretty high. 10, 16, okay. She just has passive 16% crit damage and then more star drop rate. Traits, good lord, woman. Female, Saber, Earth, Lawful Balance, 5-star, Servant, Divine, Humanoid, weak to Enema List, Sky or Earth Servant, Sky or Earth except Pseudo and Demi-Servant, Divine or Demon or Undead, Saber Class Servant, Mechanical, Immune to Pigify, Summer Mode Servant, has Goddess Metamorphosis, Standard Class Servant, Sakura Series, can be in battle, and Self. She's a ballerina. I know, I understand why it's there. It's just, it's funny. It's just goofy. Okay. And then you need steel, shells, rings, and code. I mean, the code makes sense. Yeah, no, I mean, that's not hateful at all. It kind of wow. Okay, well, hold on. Shout out to a pen skills that need 72 bronze daggers. Have fun with that, fellas. And also all of this fucking, oh my god. Her append leveling sucks. Alright, growth curve goes up and peters out and then shoots back up. Okay, how well does she like us? I'm gonna say that she's pretty easy. Yeah, relatively easy. That checks. Pretty difficult at the start, and then she just gets used to you really, really fast. Yeah, that makes sense. Strength A? A? Honey, that's an EX. That's gotta be. B, C, C, B, B, okay. And then assets, Wada Arco, the legend herself. Very cute Ascensions all around. And let's see the expressions, the most important part of every servant. Okay, cute. I like the flustered. Flustered is cute. Kissy lips. Yeah, that's very her. This is the crying face that she comes in with when you summon her, and it is adorable. I like her smile. Okay, pretty, I mean... They're good. They're very good. Anything different here? No, these are all about the same. How about here? I could see them adding a different one for this. No, but seeing her cry in the Iron Maiden suit is very funny. She's so cute. Oh my god. And last is her... Oh my god, it's gloves! She made gloves for us! Of all of her Ascensions, she made gloves! That's so cute! Oh my god. Isn't there like a... Was it fan art of her like trying to learn how to knit or something like that? And now it's canon? She actually did it? That's amazing. Oh my god. And it is... Buster card up by 10% while on the field. And whenever she's attacked, while she has a taunt, she makes 5 stars. That's unique. Not very good, but it's unique. I mean, it's a reason to grant her. Alright, let's talk Lip. I think she's kind of really good. I think she's kind of really good. I hesitate to fully evaluate her while this skill is not fully updated, right? So I'm just gonna play with some assumptions on what the skill here does. Given all of the stuff that it can give, it's a very okay. Let's start with what we know. Okay, single target buster, remove buffs from the enemy and then hit them super hard. Is very good. It feels like there's some pretty solid multi-core application with this. The health absorption on this skill, even though it's only 1 turn, is great. It's still a 3-turn. If nothing else, it is a 3-turn taunt, which is amazing. You want that on a servant. A 5-star servant with a lot of beef behind her is really good. And then every time that she's hit, she gets attack up. 5 times 3 turns, but you know, up to 50% attack up with that. That's great. That's fantastic. And they are going to hit her. And then also a 20% battery for the party on that as well is super, super good. This skill, buster up 30%, ignore defense. Ignore defense is very relevant for some fights. And then whenever she attacks, she has a chance to stun 1 time. And then 50% battery. Fantastic. That's a fantastic skill. And then this one is, if you give it to somebody else, they get a bunch of crit buffs, and you give it to yourself, she gets NP buffs. She feels like a really, really, really good boss killer. With her bond, she would get a guaranteed 15 stars for free just by getting hit at least. Now, I mean, it makes her a good grand unit. She's got 16% critical damage up on her passives, which is also pretty decent, all things considered. She seems like a premier Saber boss killer. Like, if there's a big Lancer that you need to deal with, I feel like you now have... Like, the single target Buster Sabers are not exactly a rare thing, but she's single target Buster Saber with buff removal and a lot of team versatility. Usually, when you're looking at, like, your boss killer, they're very, very selfish, right? They're mostly focusing on just buffing themselves and bringing themselves up to speed. She has applications for the party which seem pretty useful in a lot of contexts. Like, that 20% battery is significant for the party. 50% for herself is also good. And then you got that buff, the buff removal and ignore defense. So she's gonna hit, and she's gonna hit hard. She's hard to, like, you're gonna get hit by her. Ooh, she seems really good. I'm going to give her right now an A+. Just based on what we know, I think she warrants an A+. Once we see what her stats are on her 3rd skill, that might get bumped up to an S. It might get bumped down to like a normal A. Yeah, I think that she's very strong. She seems very strong. All right, fellas. I think that's it. I think that's a good place to call it. Hi YouTube, how's it going? Come check us out on twitch.tv/KlidgeRadio, where you can come and tell me that I am wrong about these things here, or tell me I'm right. You too can help influence how I rate these characters by commenting in the chat. It's free. Come check us out. Drop a follow. Or if you don't want to do that, stick around on YouTube and do all the YouTube stuff there. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the merch. You can buy the hat I'm wearing on my head right now. Other than that, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out, big love. Bye-bye.